is Briar and welcome to my channel. For my first video, I'll be doing my top 10 favorite models in my collection. Now, let's get started. Starting off with number 10, we have Harley D-Zip. Harley makes number 10 for my top favorites because he was my very first traditional Briar model. He was given to me on Valentine's Day, I want to say in 2015, maybe 2016. And he has just been in my collection ever since then and has just really started my love for traditionals, and yeah, he will never be leaving, and someday I hope to find a LSQ version of him just to have for showing because mine is very tippy. As you can see, he does need a quarter to stand and he is very much a body. Moving on to number 9, we have two models actually, Glossy, Gigi Valentine, and Heartbreaker. These two were my very first Glossy models, and although I am not a huge Glossy collector, they definitely have a special place in my collection and my heart for being my first Glossies. And of course they are really pretty, and Glossy Heartbreaker ended up starting my little conga of Gillens, I believe is how you say his name. So, they're my number 9. Number 7 is my Briar Moose. This guy is a little random. He doesn't really fit in with my collection since he is a moose, but he did start my little collection of naughty quines at the bottom of my shelves. And he's definitely different and really funky looking, but he is a gorgeous model for photography and just a really cool collection piece. Moving on to number 7 is my Flaxen Chestnut Slider. He is absolutely stunning. He's just one of my favorites, surprisingly, and I am not a big classic collector or fan, but this mold is definitely one of my favorites and I've decided to conga it. Right now I only have 2 models on the mold, but very soon, or hopefully very soon, I will have more. But this guy is just stunning, and I am a big sucker for red horses, especially with really light manes and tails, because I own 3 of them. So he's very pretty. Number 6 is Lafayette. I find it kind of funny that I'm saying I'm not a big Glossy collector and then my past 2 models have been Glossy, but yeah, Lafayette is absolutely stunning. Of course, I ended up getting him on the back order, so I didn't get him till December of last year, which was the longest wait ever for a horse that I've ever done, and it was completely worth it. He is gorgeous. He started my love for the Hamilton mold, which I'm slowly congaing, and he's just gorgeous. Number 5, we have Carter. Again, he is just a stunning model. I guess I can say that about all my models, but he is really pretty. I love rose grays. There's one that lives down the street from me and he is stunning. And Carter, he's also on the Dundee mold, which is another one of my favorites, and his dapples are really pretty and his shading is super dark and I love it. Number 4 is Diona. Again, she is really gorgeous, and the main reason she is my number 4 is because she was my first special run that I ever got from Briar Fest 2018, which she does have a funny story with her, but I won't be sharing that here. But really, Briar Fest 2018 was my very first Briar Fest, and she's just very sentimental to me. At the same time, she is absolutely stunning. Number 3 is Don't Look Twice, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I do have a very large conga of Roxy's, and it is constantly growing. And the reason for this is just because I am a little stuck horse obsessed. But the reason I really started conging Roxy is because of her. She was the very first Roxy that I ever bought, and I bought her with my own money, and she's just gorgeous. Of course, I got her, when was it? 4 years ago? Something like that? No, 2018. Yeah, that's almost 4 years ago, jeez. Anyway, yes, so I got her in 2018 and she's been very loved. She is technically a body now, which would be nice to find an LSQ version of her someday, but I'm not too worried about it because I only photo show, I don't live show, and she does pretty well for me in photo shows anyway. Number 2 is Diona. Again, don't ask me about the glossies. I promise you, I'm not a big glossy collector. It just happens to be just about half the models that I'm showing are glossy for whatever reason. But again, with my Roxy Conga, she is gorgeous. I also got her for my birthday in 2019, and I wasn't really expecting to get her since I did not go to Briar Fest that year, and she was pretty expensive after Briar Fest originally, so I was kind of worried I wasn't gonna be able to get her, but thankfully, thanks to my parents who really support the hobby, I was able to get her for birthday, and I couldn't be more grateful. And so now she is my only glossy Roxy, but she's like the queen of my collection, and she's just gorgeous. Number 1 is Geronimo. Again, I do have a slight stock horse obsession, and he is my only Premier Club model, which pretty much explains itself. He is absolutely stunning. I seriously was not expecting to get him as early as I did, but because I got him, and then Briar's been releasing all of these Geronimos lately, I do have a pretty decent sized Conga that is ever growing, and he will just always have a place here in my collection. And yeah, he's just stunning, his mapping is gorgeous, and I did get him for a really good price. So definitely my top number 1 in my collection. And those were my top 10 favorite models in my collection. I really hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!